Hello everyone, welcome to H&S Automotive and thank you for taking an interest in this 2010 Ford Focus. Now in this video, we'll do a quick walkthrough of this vehicle. I'll point out any imperfections that this vehicle has, and then I'll also go over some of the major features and functions of this vehicle. Now before we get started, we would like to point out that we purchased this vehicle from an insurance company. It has some damage to the hood as well as the grille on this vehicle. Other than that, so those were the only two things that were replaced. Now with that being said, this vehicle does have a clear title. That means it's not a salvage or rebuilt rebranding on the title. It is a clear title on this vehicle. But once again, some of the things that we replaced were the hood as well as the grille, and then the radiator, which is behind the grille, was also replaced. Now at first, I'll just kind of walk around the vehicle, give you guys an overview, and then after that we will dive in a little bit deeper. Here we are on the driver's side of the vehicle. Here we are coming around towards the rear. And here we are on the passenger side. All right, now moving in a little bit closer and taking a look at the front bumper cover. Now there is a little bit of a scrape mark right over here. But other than that, the front bumper cover seems to be in good condition. This is just some dirt that was on there. Now moving on to the grille. Once again, this grille was replaced. It had some damage right over here, so which kind of damaged the grille right over here, and then as well as the hood, both of which were replaced. And now taking a look at the hood. Now other than just some minor scratches, now this vehicle is a 2010, so most of the things on here are going to be expected, but I'm looking for any major dents or dings, which I don't see. Now coming around towards the driver's side front fender, taking a look, I guess there's a small little dent right over here, small little dent right here, but other than that, the front fender seems to be in decent condition. The tires on this vehicle, no, they're not brand new, but they are above the wear mark. Moving on to the rims. Rims are in good condition, other than just some brake dust, but other than that, they're good. Moving on to the driver's side door. Once again, looking for any dents or scratches. The actual door itself seems to be in pretty good condition. Now moving on to the rocker panels. Ford has a long history of having their rocker panels rust out. Now the outer skin of this rocker panel is being rusted out, but as you can see, the inner actual structural portion of the rocker panel is very solid. Now I believe this is made out of aluminum. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is still solid. So the rocker panel does have some rust on it, as you guys can see, but luckily we can see that the inside portion is still nice and solid. Now moving on to the rear door. Once again, looking for any dents or scratches. Don't see a whole lot. And then moving on to the rear quarter panel, there is a little bit of a dent right over here. Yep, the camera's picking it up right there, as you can see. Now moving on to the rear bumper cover. Don't see any imperfections on the rear bumper cover itself. Taking a look at the trunk lid. Now this residue is just from stickers that were on this vehicle. We tried our best to take this off, but the stickers were pretty baked on there. I think the trunk is open, but here, I'll go ahead and close it. There we go. On top of the trunk lid, there's some swirl marks, so which is basically just some scratching. And this typically is from people putting their belongings onto the trunk lid itself and then dragging them off, which kind of leads to those scratches. So nothing major, but there are some swirl marks right there. Now taking a look at the passenger side rear quarter panel. Looks to be in pretty good condition. Don't see a whole lot of dents or scratches. All right. Now moving on to the passenger side rear door. Once again, don't see any dents or scratches or anything like that. And then here we have it on the passenger side, taking a look at the rocker panel. Once again, rust on this side as well. But not as bad as the other side. The other side had a big gaping hole in there, but this one is for the most part intact. Now taking a look at the passenger side front door. I guess there's a little bit of a scrape mark right over here. Not sure what that's from, but small little scrape mark right there. And then taking a look at the passenger side front fender. Now, most of the fender is in pretty good condition, but there is an imperfection right over here. Not sure what this is from. This is totally unrelated from the damage that we corrected on the hood and the grill itself. But there is a little bit of a damage right over here. All right, so from right here, we will check out the interior of this vehicle. Take the key out so it stops dinging at us. Alrighty, so starting from the driver's side door, right over here, this vehicle is equipped with power windows as well as window locks and then power mirrors as well. I'm sorry, this is the power door locks. Power mirrors are right over here. And now taking a look at the interior. Got the driver's seat and the passenger seat right there. And then hop inside. Go ahead and start this vehicle up. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we are behind the steering wheel of this vehicle. Taking a look at the instrument cluster, as you can see, it's so this light is just for the gas gauge. We'll put some gas in it, but other than that, there are no warning lights on in the dash, so there's no check engine light or transmission light or anything like that. Engine runs nice and smooth, no issues there. And I will try to show you guys the mileage on this vehicle. All right, so as you can see, this vehicle does have 158,000 miles on the odometer. Right now it's getting about 26.7 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. All right, so zooming right back out, taking a look at the dashboard. I'll just kind of span over. So there's no cracks or anything like that in the dashboard. We do have a small little infotainment screen right over here. That just displays all the radio information, like the radio station, time, external temperature, and all that stuff. And then moving down, we have all of our AM, FM radio controls. Now this vehicle is equipped, I believe, with aux connectivity. So right over here. So this vehicle does have aux, AM, FM, CD, as well as Sirius XM radio. Now behind the, or underneath the audio controls, we've got our climate controls for the vehicle, which is right over here. We've got the fan speed right here, temperature control is right over here, and then just your vent controls are right in the middle, and then a huge power button right over here. So pretty self-explanatory right there. Now moving down, we do have some buttons right down here. Now these are just for the middle screen right there that displays the MPG. So that can all be controlled with these three buttons. Got the traction control right over here. And now beneath that, we've got our power outlets right here. And then in the middle is our aux connectivity right over here. Now behind that, we've got our transmission selector. Now this vehicle is an automatic with the option to put it in low gear right there. And now got our cup holders right over here, as well as your e-brake right there. All right, now checking out the passenger seat. Nice and clean, no rips or tears or anything like that. Alrighty, so from here we will climb into the rear seating area. Alright, then we've got a rear seat right over here. And this is our view from the back. Alrighty. Alrighty guys, once again, thank you for taking an interest in this 2010 Ford Focus. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to ask and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.